So this year I opened for Nimr, Bassem Youssef, Jim Jeffries, Steve Hughes. This year has been a wonderful.
And then
just all these people in 1 year.
Omid Jalili too.
And Omid Jalili, you and I.
Yeah. Mashallah.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Like I love that guy as well.
Yeah, he's great.
It's funny because 2 weeks before I was watching The Mummy again, and he's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Over the Hedge, the animated
No.
show? Yeah, he's the Persian cat in that movie.
Oh, really?
It's about like animals jumping over a hedge, like going into
Deep plot. Very like. Is this how you're gonna sell the movie? Hey, Omid, we have a movie for you. What's it about? It's about animals jumping over a hedge. I'm in.
They go into like the neighborhoods. They're from the wild, but they go into like the
suburbans,
suburban
areas.
And then he's like the suburban animal, but the wild animals.
That's a good. Okay, that's nice.
Very good plot, actually.
That's really good.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's actually pretty funny. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining, but
sure.
But anyway, yeah.
So Ovid is great. Steve Hughes had a joke at the Apollo that he said, he goes, "I'm from Australia." I'm gonna butcher this, and he goes. In Australia, we don't have much. We have football and racism. That's our national. He goes, I was never good at either of those. I didn't know what to kick. Right? Here you go. What a great line. What a great line. And I love one-liners as well. Like in Sydney, you get inspired. Who inspires you? Who do you like?
Well, my first inspiration was Russell Peters. Obviously, you know, we're also from the same area of back home in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, like different city,
man,
but
somebody gonna get hurt real bad. That was
exactly.
iconic. That line.
Everyone knew that. Yeah. So he was definitely the first one. That whole special, I remember watching it. The first one that blew
mesmerizing.
up. Mesmerizing. I was a kid and I was like, what the fuck? This guy's just like an Indian guy talking about Chinese people on stage. Like, this is crazy.
I knew all the lines from that
every single line
of his. My back hurts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, who gets Indian slaves to Africa?
Yeah.
You know, who gets Indian slaves? Remember that? Like, it's just saying those topics.
There's so many great jokes, man. Obviously somebody gonna get hurt. The whole Chinese mall, the bargain deal one. There's so many.
You like this commentary on his ethnic background, for example, and that's you go. It's such a rich area to explore.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Of course, it's never ending.
No, well, also he opened up the doors for people like me, or you, or anyone really, who does ethnic jokes. Pretty much, he made it mainstream. In my opinion,
he did.
Right, even though it was more Indian for him, but then he obviously touched on other cultures. I was like, oh wow, like it's possible someone like him, who's not white, can do jokes like that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, inspired a whole generation of comedians.
And his crowd work is great.
Oh man, his crowd work is masterclass.
Yeah.
We always say, like, and I was lucky to work with him too, and fucking unreal.
Right. This is great.
It's crazy. It's like a full circle moment, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had that too with Bassem Youssef and all these other guys, right? It's like you never think it would happen until it happens. You're like, oh shit, like I did this.
Yeah,
you know?
this is happening.
It's such a good feeling, right?
Yeah.
But man, he was definitely one of my first ones. And then along the way, obviously, Kevin Hart, someone like him, I look up to just because he's just like a mogul.
Energy of his,
yeah,
just emulating that energy. Just be yourself, and keep smiling, and people just want to be in your presence because he's loving what he's saying.
And it's so enticing.
Great. Enticing.
It's enticing. It's
engaging.
It's very engaging, very physical, right? But also, he taught me more so just about everything, not just stand up itself. His business mindset, acumen, yeah. Like
is he a billionaire yet? Probably.
He's probably the closest as a comedian. I mean, Jerry Seinfeld's the first billionaire, I think, right?
Yeah. I don't talk about him anymore, Jerry.
Oh yeah.
I just ignore him.
Why?
Because he took his wife and kids to a training camp in Israel where they shot all these mock-up Palestinians and they trained.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and he's like October 7th. Don't worry about it.
Damn.
So you go, Jerry. You were my inspiration why I don't swear in my stand-up.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was always clean.
I know, clean,
and all
clean cut, yeah.
So I started swearing.
After
recently.
You're like, you know what?
You know what? Fuck it. Fudge it.
Holy
$950 million. Dollars?
Dinero.
It's like, how much does a person
Rupees.
need?
Rupees.
Be Larry. Oh?
Larry.
Larry would be Larry David.
Yeah.
Stand-up.
was at some point.
Yeah, but not full.
Next month they're putting Kevin Hart at 5.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Kevin Hart, there you go. There he is.
That's fucking well deserved, man.
well
That's
deserved.
crazy, bro.
One of my favorites, Sarah Silverman.
Oh yeah, she's an OG,
Amazing.
amazing comedian.
What a great
I know.
writer. What a
yeah,
great writer. And her style and delivery.
Very unique.
Very inspirational.
Yeah, yeah.
Norm MacDonald, man.
Norm is also a legend. OG, definitely. Rest in peace. Yeah, man. Those are definitely the inspirations, and it's so cool being able to work with these people along the way, right? It's like what's better than that,
Man, take Jim Jeffries, okay?
Yeah, Jim Jeffries. You fucking opened for Jim Jeffries.
I opened for him 2 weeks ago at the ICC in front of 8,000 people.
Holy shit.
Now, Jim, this is my 6th time opening for him.
Yeah.
But he's reclusive. Like he talks to comedians usually and all that. I was about to get on. I'm the first one to be on stage.
Oh,
and he goes, hey Fadi, openers in a stage like this, they forget their lines often, forget their jokes.
That's crazy.
And I said, just stop it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And then my friend, another comedian, it goes to me, he's right. I said, don't tell him he's right. Don't feed him that because he already thinks it's fun. Don't do this to me, Jim.
Yeah.
And he goes, and they trip.
Nice.
They trip on cables. You watch out there. Watch your step. And I said, so I turned him and I kind of nudged. I said, just go away. Go away. I'm about to go on. Yeah. They're about to announce me. And then he comes back, goes, don't worry. You're not going to forget your lines, Fadi. You haven't written anything new in 6 years. I go, just leave me alone.
He just won't stop.
and then they go, welcome stage, Fadi.
Oh, my God.
And then I got off and they just smacked him. Yeah. I goes, yeah, well done.
Well, nice job.
I go, okay, maybe that's a good phase with him. He's roasting me.
Yeah,
that's a good...
You know what? It's so funny because it's actually... It's better that way because then you know that person trusts you.
Yeah.
And they respect you.
Yeah.
Which is such a great feeling because I had the same thing happen to me with Russell. I was first time opening for him.
What did he say?
And I was like, hey, man, it was a little bit different, but I was like, you have any advice? First time on a stage. It was in front of 9,000 people in a stadium, a hockey stadium, like in Canada. Do you have any advice, man? It's my first time doing... before this was 400 people max for me.
Yeah.
9,000. And then he just looked at me. He's like, just don't bomb, man. He's like, just don't bomb. All right. And I was like, oh, okay. Thanks, man. NeemaNaz.
All they want is that you don't bomb.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a killer.
No.
Just do your set. That's all they want. Make sure set the tone.
Don't be shit. That's it. Because then you do shit, you're never going to be coming back.
Do you know when Trevor Noah opened for Chappelle? What he's that story? Have you seen him say that story?
Maybe. I think.
Oh
maybe,
man,
no. What was
because
it?
I was afraid of silence a lot as a comedian.
Yeah. Well, who isn't?
Because even when I tell a story, I would rush it because
I
just want to get to the punchline because people are waiting. This is a comedy show.
Yep.
And he said he was opening for Chappelle, and before he got his own show, Trevor Noah.
Oh, this is before that.
Before that,
Yeah.
he's saying, he goes, "How's it going?" He goes, to be honest, Dave, I'm pretty nervous opening for you here. Like, I know I'm funny, but I don't know if and Chappelle goes to him, "You're not here because you're funny." And he goes, "I can go get 100 funny motherfuckers to open for me right now. You're here because you're interesting. And when you speak, people listen." And he goes, that moment, Trevor Noah tells that story, it changed for him that as long as they're listening, they don't have to be loud. As long as you're telling them something and captivating them, and they go, wow, that's interesting. Not everything has to be punchline, killer.
Yeah.
And that changed the way he thought about comedy. And I go, shit, that's so... And this is where you learn from others. This is what's important to sit and, like, say, watch the headliners. When you're in a show and there's a headliner, you see a comedian do his set and leave. Like, you just started stand-up.
I hate that.
Why are you leaving? Watch the headliner when you learn
something, bro.
Even if you don't agree with his comedy, maybe his crowd work will kick in. Maybe he'll say a very well-worded sentence, like a line or a joke.
Stage presence.
Stage presence,
Anything. Delivery, timing.
Yeah.
Scanning the room.
Yeah. Timing.
That is
so stupid.
That just give me chills, bro. The Chappelle thing.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. What I pride myself into is even if I'm not the funniest guy in the room, at least I worked hard at
be
selling
in the room,
this.
you mean?
Well, being in the room, being present, and selling this material.
Yeah.
Like, it's the best material I've ever said, because that's something Lachlan, who is Russell Peters' opener on the tour, that first time I opened for Russell. I was just about to go on stage and I was nervous and I was like, hey, I don't know what material I should do. And then he was like, yeah, you're overthinking it too much. What your job is to go out there and sell your jokes to these people like it's the best thing they've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you need to worry about.
You have to believe in your
you have
own
to believe
jokes.
in yourself, because if you're not believing it, how are they going to believe you?
If you don't back yourself, who's going to back you?
That's it. Simple as that. And ever since that day, I've had that right top of my mind every time I go on stage. I'm like, he's right. I have to just do the best. I might as well. I'm already here. Why would I hold back?
I'm reading a book now called The Courage to be Disliked.
No.
It's a Japanese book.
It's good.
I translated to English. I thought, should I learn Japanese then read it? No. But because we how often like we care about, we're doing a gig and some person sitting in the front with the arms crossed.
Oh, love it. Love
you know, and everyone's laughing. What's this guy?
Yeah.
He's not.
Close off.
And so when you release the whole, everyone has to like me.
That too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because I have so many ideas for clips
Yeah.
that I want to do. And I thought, how will it be perceived if I do a clip like that? Or that I have to just get over. If I feel like doing it, I go, but it's not stand-up. But who said my account, for example, online should be just stand-up? It's whatever I think is funny, just post it. Create content, but not for the sake, I have a schedule I have to hit. If I don't believe in it, I'm not going to put it up.
Well,
so it's
because
kind
it
of
won't translate. And
people will feel it.
Yeah, exactly. Because especially at a live show too, humans are very quick to realize if you're being authentic or not.
Yeah.
And that's something else too. I really try to to hone for myself when I go on stage. I'm like, let me just be myself.
Yeah.
At least I know I went out there and I was myself. I wasn't trying to be anyone else. And the people who do love it, they love it. If they don't, c'est la vie.
Patrice O'Neill once said, because comedy is not about everyone happy, making everyone happy and laughing. Because comedy is about 50 people laughing and 50 people horrified. That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's really funny, the way of putting it.
That's just how it is.
Yeah, you're not going to please all of them.
You can't. It's physically impossible. Even Chappelle. You think about the GOATs, right?
Yeah.
They're not pleasing everyone. So many people hate him. So many people hate
watched
Kevin
him
Hart.
at the Kudos Bank Arena. Great show.
Where?
Kudos Bank Arena
Is that in
Homebush in Sydney.
Okay.
It was 18,000 people watching
18,000.
Chappelle that
Jesus
night.
Christ, that's so many people.
The following week, I watched John Mulaney at
Oh,
Kudos
he's great
Bank
too.
Arena in front of maybe 9,000.
Yeah.
It wasn't like as big, but 9,000.
Yeah.
I enjoyed John Mulaney more than Chappelle.
Really? Why?
He's a better writer
Then Chappelle?
than Chappelle.